It's hard to believe, but it's been 3 years since consumer AI truly exploded into the public consciousness. In that very short time, the entire landscape has been redrawn. So we're going to break down exactly where we stand today. Remember when this was all just about who could build the cleverest chatbot? Well, those days are long gone. What began as a novelty has evolved into a complex, all-out battle for technological dominance. And this isn't just about answering questions anymore. This is about fundamentally reshaping our daily digital lives.
All right, let's get straight to the bottom line. There are 5 huge trends that are shaping everything right now. First up, we've got the platform wars, a fight to become your go-to AI. Second, the world is splintering, creating separate AI ecosystems. Third, our creative tools are evolving at lightning speed, moving way beyond images into video, music, and voice. Number 4, and this is a big one, AI is shifting from a passive tool to an active teammate, an agent that does things for you. And finally, AI is moving out of its own apps and embedding itself into the tools you already use every day. So let's dive in.
Our first trend, the new platform wars. I want you to think about the epic battle between iOS and Android for control of your smartphone. Well, that's exactly what's happening right now. But the prize is to become your default everyday AI assistant. As it stands today, ChatGPT is still the undisputed king of the hill. And get this, over 10% of the entire global population uses it every single week. On the web, its monthly traffic is just staggering, a full 2.7 times larger than its closest competitor, Gemini. But don't think for a second this race is over. While they're smaller, the rivals are showing absolutely explosive growth. For example, Gemini's paid subscribers in the US shot up 258% year over year. The competition is moving fast, shipping new features, and they are rapidly gaining ground. What's really fascinating here is they're not just competing on features, they're competing on philosophy. You've got OpenAI trying to position ChatGPT as a super app for everyone, your one-stop shop for travel, shopping, health, you name it. And then you have Anthropic's Claude, which is taking a totally different path. They're laser-focused on power users, developers, financial analysts, building deeply integrated tools for the professional world. Now, this competition isn't happening in a global vacuum. When you zoom out, the picture gets way more complex because how AI is used and what you can even access is not the same everywhere. The market is actually fracturing. We're now seeing 3 distinct AI ecosystems emerge. You've got the Western world, dominated by the names you already know. Then you have China's self-contained ecosystem, where local products like Dubao and Kimi are king. And a third pole has emerged in Russia, where sanctions have actually fueled the rapid growth of local alternatives, like Yandex's own assistant. And all this leads to a statistic that might really surprise you. You'd assume the US, where most of these tools are created, would lead the world in using them, right? Well, not even close. The United States ranks 20th in the world for per capita AI adoption. Other nations are integrating this tech into their societies much, much faster. So who's leading the charge? That would be Singapore, the UAE, Hong Kong, and South Korea. These are the nations truly on the front lines, showing the rest of us what it looks like when AI becomes part of everyday life. Okay, let's shift gears to our third trend, the evolution of creative tools. That initial wow moment we all had with AI image generators, that was just the opening act. We now have a whole new set of dynamic and specialized creative tools. You know, just a couple of years ago, the creative AI space was all about making static pictures. But the market has diversified incredibly fast. Those top spots once held by image generators, they're now filled with powerful tools for creating video, composing music, and even cloning voices. So, why the big shift? Well, it's pretty simple, really. As the giants, we're talking Google and OpenAI, started bundling high-quality image generation right into their main platforms, it suddenly got a lot harder for a specialized, standalone image app to compete. Why go to a separate app when it's already built into the tool you're using? And that brings us to a really crucial point. The tools that are thriving are in these highly specialized areas that the giants haven't mastered yet. Music generation tools like Suno or advanced voice cloning platforms like 11 Labs, they're still category leaders because what they do is so unique it can't just be turned into another checkbox feature. This brings us to our fourth trend,
And honestly, this might be the most significant one of all. We're seeing AI shift from being a simple tool that you use to an active teammate that works for you. This is the rise of what's being called agentic AI. So what does agentic AI actually mean? Well, an agent doesn't just sit there waiting for your next command. It understands a goal, and then it goes off on its own and executes all the different steps needed to achieve it. It's the difference between getting information and seeing action. Let's make this super practical. You send a text asking for a dinner reservation. A normal AI gives you a list of restaurants, but an AI agent, it goes to work. It scans reviews, checks availability across multiple websites, books the best table, adds it to your calendar, and then simply replies, "Booked. You're all set." That is the power of an AI teammate. And believe me, the interest in this technology is just exploding. An open source agent project recently got over 68,000 stars, which are like votes of confidence, on the developer platform GitHub in just a few weeks. That signals a massive shift in what we're all going to expect AI to be able to do. So let's bring this all home, because these big, high-level trends aren't just abstract ideas. They are already a deep part of your everyday experience. The truth is, you are already using this technology, often without even realizing it. Ever used CapCut to remove the background of a video, designed a presentation in Canva, organized notes in Notion, or retouched a family photo in PixArt? If you did, you've used generative AI. It's the silent engine that's already powering the tools you rely on. And that right there is the most crucial takeaway. AI is shifting from being a destination, a website you have to go visit, to being an invisible, integrated feature. It's in your browser, in your documents, in your photo editor, just working behind the scenes to make complex things feel simple. Which leaves us with one final, and I think important question. As artificial intelligence becomes this silent co-pilot embedded in nearly every part of our digital lives, from simple photo edits to complex decisions, we have to ask ourselves, who is truly navigating?